my friends, and welcome to another Allotment Diary. And this time I'm in the back garden because this is my husband's old greenhouse and it's going to become my greenhouse. Yeah, I've got to clear it out first, of course, and give it a good clean, and there's going to be some repairs need doing and stuff like that. And to be honest, I'm really not actually sure what's in here, but hey, there's only one way to find out, and that means gotta clear it out. So earlier in the week we had a brief day where the weather was not completely and utterly manky, so I decided, with my husband's help, I was going to tackle this. It's got a low bench on one side, that's the south facing side that you can see there, that I'm clearing off, and you can see the other one in a little while. And this has basically been used as more of a storage shed than a greenhouse for a little while. That's in part because we were trying to figure out what was going on, and in part because we needed to store some stuff, such as big blocks of wood and sandbags off the gazebo and all sorts. Honestly, I had no idea what I was going to find in there. I did find a lot more gardening stuff than what I thought I was going to, which is a good thing. Now, can you see that blue tarp in the background there? That is the that is the other greenhouse. But it's more a case of that was the other greenhouse, because you see we have a beautiful, absolutely stunning mature beech tree in the garden, but unfortunately part of it came down during a storm earlier this year, and well, it crashed into the other greenhouse. So that now has a tarp on it, and we had to get everything out from inside, and everything just got shoved in here. We are going to be replacing that other greenhouse. I'm kind of hoping I'm going to get that one too. And obviously step one is to clear all of this out, which was my job while my husband was doing some other work down at the bottom of the garden, because we're going to be looking at repairing the fence down there soon. I've got to say, I kind of felt a lot of the time that I was actually just moving stuff around from one part of the greenhouse to another. I was obviously clearing space as I was doing this, but a lot of the stuff I had to move outside, which I thought was going to be put in one of the sheds, and then when I got to the end of all of this, my husband started moving it all back in. And I thought, what was the point of all of that? But I still think I made progress. I didn't get finished, but I definitely made progress. Once I'd got everything tidied up inside, and I'd sort of swept up a bit, then I needed to turn my attention to, I'm going to call them the bar stools of the plant world. I'm sure you can all work out what I really want to call them. Brambles. Yeah. Those gits. Many years ago, the neighbours next door planted some blackberry. Do you know what? That's a tongue twister, isn't it? Planted blackberry brambles, and they proceeded to escape the garden and go into all the neighbours' gardens, including ours. And now they just seem to wander from garden to garden, and they've somehow got round the front of the house as well, and it's right. And they did actually manage to grow up along under the clips around the frame, and what an absolute I chopped them off earlier in the year, so these are actually, they're dead bramble bits, but I needed to get them out. I know I really need to replace some of the panels. You can see there some of them need to be replaced, and also the guttering. oh my god. We have loads of mature trees around the back garden. We have the mature beech, we also have a mature ash tree, and we have loads of trees behind the garden on the other side of the fence, and they look great. But dear God, you get a lot of leaves. And as a result, it sometimes feels like we spend our entire lives cleaning the guttering. I cleaned out what I could, but honestly, some of these panes are going to have to be removed because they're actually coming down in such a way that I can't get in to clean the guttering out. I think I might have to replace them. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do with that. But I did what I could while it was freezing cold. Here we are on the other side of the greenhouse. God, look at it all. There's just so much of it. Oh. But on a plus side, those trees are wonderful. I love those trees. That beech tree is my favourite tree in the entire world. It was actually planted there before I was born by my father, who also planted the ash tree, and he planted a pussy willow tree. And the beech tree was his tree, the ash tree was my mum's tree, and the pussy willow tree was my tree. And unfortunately, the neighbour bullied my mother into having the pussy willow tree cut down. He then started on me to try and get the beech tree cut down, which is not happening. Of course, after all this cleaning, I needed a treat. What can I say? So I decided I was going to treat myself to planting some garlic in one of the new raised beds that we've got planned. We sort of started them earlier in the year by putting down cardboard. They're made out of pallet collars, and I'd found some existing bags of compost that my husband had bought at some point. I'm not sure what he bought them for or anything, but I commandeered them, basically pinched them to plant the garlic. And this garlic, I do not know what variety it is. It's huge. It is huge, but I don't know what variety it is. I believe it was given to my husband by his father from his allotment, and I have a suspicion that they bought it last year at a potato festival that they visited together. Not sure. Anyway, we decided we would plant it. More accurately, I decided I was going to plant it, and cracked on with getting this bed up and running. The cardboard and everything had been down, how long? Probably about 3 or 4 months at this point. And you can see some of the leaves that have come down from the beech and the other trees around. I decided just to leave them in the bottom. I know I could have lined the inside of the wood. We've done it before with some of the other raised beds, using the compost bags to put a lining in to help preserve the wood longer. But to be perfectly honest, I'm kind of hoping that this bed's only really going to be there long enough to grow the garlic and maybe some onions, because I am really hopeful that I'm actually going to get my own allotment this year coming, as in 2026. I've got my name down. I have actually been given a spot in a community garden on one of the allotment sites. I don't think I'm going to be taking you over to film there because if it's a community garden, it just feels wrong for me to go in and be filming if other people are there. I have grown garlic before. I've always used the finger distance spacing method. If you're wondering what varieties I've grown before, that would be Co-op and Asda. Essentially, I've gone into the supermarkets. I've bought some garlic and then I've planted it. And it's actually always grown for me. I might do that again, actually. I might actually go into the local Co-op or the Asda or possibly even Tesco if I'm feeling really posh, maybe Waitrose, and buy another one. But I know we're planning in March to go to the Potato Festival again, if it's on, and I believe they sell garlic there as well, so maybe I could get some posh varieties, don't know. That's also my husband's dibber, which I borrowed off him. I got it for him for Christmas a couple of years ago. And also there's the all-important thing of actually labelling where I've put things, because I absolutely will forget. So this is basically what I've been up to this week in the garden. I haven't really made it up to the allotment because we've had some personal stuff going on, and doesn't matter, I've still had fun. Please like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. If you've got any suggestions for in that greenhouse, let me know what they are. Take care, see you again, bye.